We are actually.
Hey guys, it's BlairieLouHoo from Life Through Lyrics, and I'm here with Count to Four. Can you guys please introduce yourselves and say what you're doing in the band?
Yeah.
I'm Neil, and I play bass a lot.
No, he doesn't. I'm Pete, and I do play drums actually a lot.
I'm Jay, I play guitar, infrequently. I never play guitar, ever.
I'm Mike, I play guitar and sing and have nothing creative to say.
Okay. Nice.
That's
I see what
fine.
you did
That's
there.
fine.
That was good.
Yeah.
So tell me about the show that you guys just played.
We played a show?
We did indeed.
That was fun.
Tell them where we are, tell them who was
We're at
with.
Grace Church in
There we go.
Hatfield, New Jersey.
No, it was awesome because back in the day, especially me and Neil would go to a lot of shows here in Hatfield. This was where it was at. So when I heard that they were having a show here, I was really stoked on it.
Yeah.
Come back and play.
I haven't
It's kind
set
of
foot in
crazy.
this building
Yeah.
in a decade.
It's been a while.
Literally 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Yeah.
Tonight was Hold Your Own's record release show, which is really awesome, and we got to play with them and No Such Noise.
Both those bands are pretty awesome. Just check them out.
All the dudes.
Oh yeah, worst personality.
How do you know them? Are you friends with them? Or
They owed me like $200 collectively.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, no, there's a whole thing. We just kept running into them at shows and they wouldn't pay up. Eventually, I had to light something on fire.
It was my beard.
I was
I was just gonna ask what it was, right?
It was my beard.
Yeah,
Totally makes sense.
it's on film and stuff.
I got you.
They have been just good friends of ours just through playing shows. We've been a band pretty much as long as they have and we've always played shows together. So.
Yeah, I've known Joe and Mitch since I'm 13. So it's cool, like, you know, to this day we're still playing shows together, you know what I mean? Like,
Doing the damn thing.
yeah, hanging out.
So how did Count to Four become Count to Four? How did you guys meet? How did you form a band?
Mike.
I don't like talking about this.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
very dark period in my life.
It all started in a
So,
house.
me and Pete actually met through mutual friends. We were getting together just to play a cover show, and we found out that me and Pete had a very similar taste in music, and we just kind of started playing together. And once we graduated high school, we started writing more serious songs, and that's where Jay came in. Jay and Pete had played in a band together called Lights of August. They're really good. Please go look them up.
Don't ever look that up. Anyway.
Yeah, after that, we started taking it more seriously. We started writing more, producing more EPs, and after a while, we were looking for a bass player. And Neil, would you like to take over the story from here?
I was drunk on my friend's porch.
This is true.
This is true life.
And what happened?
I was drunk on my friend's porch.
Do you mind?
Please, by all means. Just know I'm drunk.
I love this story.
I'm drunk on
I
the
would
porch.
really like to know this story.
Please.
On top of me and Mike meeting and starting this band, beforehand I was in bands when we were even younger. Me and Neil would play shows all the time, just in different bands, and we were always friends. He played guitar, and at the time when we needed a bass player, he was in a band already playing guitar. I didn't even think of it, just he was doing his own thing. And he was at a party with our really good friend Dave, and they were just hammered, and he was like, yo, they need a bass player, you should play. Again, he's not even a bass player, he was a guitar player at that point. He called me in the middle of the night, yo, did you need a bass player? I was like, yeah. And this is really what I say, he's like, dude, I'll slap the shit out of bass. I was like, alright, come on over. And now we're hanging out with you.
Just real quick, did you know how to play bass, or were you just
I mean,
like...
go on.
Play guitar, it's easy.
In the words of John Lennon, I'm a musician, you know, I'm an artist. You give me a tuba, I'll give you something for it, you know, or whatever. It's so many words.
Don't look at me, I'm not
Alright.
hitting you with that.
The old John Lennon. Good man. He's dead now.
Wow, I did. I love him.
Yeah, Jared Leto shot.
Well, like, life is what happens while you're making plans. So, you know, I wonder what he was thinking about. He got shot to death.
We're gonna try to...
Wait, just real quick, edit this out. Did you know that the person who shot him asked for his autograph earlier, and there's a picture of him like signing it, and then there's a picture of his glasses after he got shot, and there's blood on it and shit. Yeah.
Wow.
You thought he was a dude catcher in the rock.
This
Rough
took an odd
shit.
turn, real quick. Alright, let's...
I'm just saying, edit all that out. Okay.
Bring
I
back
never
real quick.
talked. Okay.
Bring it back real quick. Alright, so I don't know if you guys know this, but in like the local scene, you guys are pretty much royalty. Because I have interviewed countless other bands that I ask who their influences are, and you are in the list.
That's crazy.
I'm not kidding, that's true.
awesome.
So how do you feel about that? Like, what's your...
I don't believe you.
I swear to God, Corey, has it happened? Has it not happened?
What? Yeah, that happens.
It's happened.
Still
I mean,
go on the website, watch the interviews. You were mentioned at least 4 of them on the website.
I just want to know what's happening there.
every kid you meet that buys a t-shirt, I mean, I pretty much speak for all of us, but I'd say, like, we genuinely appreciate any type of support.
Yeah,
one way or another.
I love it. Like, I wanna get big just because, just like to be like the coolest dude I can to people. Like back in the day, like you try and talk to bands, and so many of them are just assholes. And like, if someone was ever like the lightest like nice to me, I just thought it was like really cool. Like today, a kid from Virginia came up to me. He was like, "Hey, I just drove up to the show to see you guys. Like, I'm from Virginia. I lived here and I moved down there years ago. My friends told me you were playing, so I drove up." And I was like, "Holy shit!"
Awesome.
I was like, "Did you get any like merch or anything yet?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "No, come over here." I was like, "What? Anything you want? Like, just grab something." So I try to be as cool as I can to all these people. So yeah, when people come up to us and they're like, "Hey, I like you," I'm like, "That's cool, thanks." If you want some free stuff, tell me you like me.
Yeah. Or just lie to them and say you drove from a really far distance.
Just pick a state, start to a map, be like, "I drove from here," and no.
Came from Cuba.
Floated on.
Defected from Cuba to go to a company worship.
I mean, maybe you don't know. So what is the biggest crowd that you guys are like? Do you know, like people ask?
Grace Church Haddonfield.
Probably last winter we opened up for All Time Low in what was that college? Shippensburg University.
Okay.
That's a crazy story. It was just them and another band called Divided by Friday on the label
Yes.
playing the show, and All Time Low apparently was like, you know, it'd be cool, like we want someone else to open it, let's make it in a contest and that'd be fun. Jay saw it on Twitter and their management said, send us a video like of your band live for a chance to open up for them. And at the show, Jack from All Time Low actually came up to me and was like, "Hey, you're in Count to 4." I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Congratulations." And I was like, I still don't really know how I got here, like what happened. He told me the story, and then I was like, and he said, you know, they made that announcement, and then their management narrowed it down to 20 videos, and they watched them on the bus, and they picked us, and I was like, damn.
Interesting fact, the video that we sent them
Was
a video of us from the last Hold Your Own release.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that was really cool.
Full circle.
Thank you, Hold Your Own.
Yeah.
There's actually a really cool interview with Alex Gaskarth from All Time Low about how and why they picked us, so you can look it up on YouTube.
Oh, link to that.
Might plug it in stuff.
Yeah, it's on our channel.
I will definitely find that.
Slick.
But yeah, it was
I was like 700 or 800 people at that show. It was for us that was like kind of almost nerve-wracking because you screw up and so many more people are gonna hear it.
Yeah.
But the show went really well and we had a good time and everything was solid. So
yeah.
Well, that's all that matters. So, who are your biggest inspirations and influences, like band-wise?
Well, like when like Mike said earlier, when we met and then like realized that we like got a lot of similarities with music, it was like we both realized our favorite album was Take Us to a Day from Fall Out Boy, and it was like, did we just become best friends? So yeah, I'm growing here.
Oh god.
And ever since then, we've been playing music, and I've just been miserable.
I would say, yeah, aside from Fall Out Boy starting the band, like the bands that we all still look to for just to listen to and like grab things from, like Jimmy Eat World and
yeah, I take a lot of influence from early 2000s pop punk bands, which in my opinion is kind of like the golden age of pop punk. So we have like old Fall Out Boy, you know, Newfound Glory, me personally, Rufio, Rowan Kale, all kinds of stuff like that.
You didn't really say much on that. You didn't that.
You don't want to talk about
Yo, tell us about Bryce.
yeah.
I listen to, I mean, Sublime's the reason I play music.
Okay.
Riley Knowles, like, the whole reason. I love that. And Bobby Darin, he's a rock star. He's a big guy. Thrice is a drug I can't kick, you know?
Yo, have you guys heard the new Me Without You album?
I'm seeing Me Without You tomorrow night. I'm gonna rip a baby's face off. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Wow.
Sure,
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you're doing.
Don't edit that out.
You can.
No, I'm
Don't edit that
totally
out.
gonna keep that in. That's
Just
fine.
remember, we're in church right now.
That's how I feel about Sunday. Your baby's face off on Sunday.
Okay.
What?
Oh, that's something
What
good.
now?
I know, I was just
What? I blacked out.
No, you're fine.
Who are you?
What year is it?
Who are you? Who are you?
Slime?
Slimes?
So what do you guys have in the works right now? Like what is Soundboard doing?
A lot.
What's up?
A lot. And it's crazy because Mike is actually in school. He has this semester and next fall. So I was afraid that it was going to slow down a lot, but we have a full US in May and June, and then a month back home, and then back on the road. It's going to be, it looks like as of now, a 3-week upstate New York, Canada for the first time, and then a lot of Midwest. So that should be cool. And at the end of the full US, we're playing this big festival with Carousel Kings and Texas in July and a bunch of other bands, an all-day festival.
Static Fest.
Where is that?
It's in the middle of, it's like literally in Reedsville, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
June 21st.
I've not even heard. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of this yet.
Yeah, it's a hike from where we are now, but
I'll make the hike, whatever. If I can get interviews,
yeah. So and aside from touring, we're currently like writing for a new record, and that's going really well, demoing, and just a whole bunch of other smaller things in the works in the meantime. So.
Okay. And where do you see your band headed? Like, I know you're doing a lot of stuff, but I mean, like, where?
Japan.
One of the main, no, seriously.
I mean, like, do you see
That's what I
yourself
want.
opening for anybody in particular, or do you see that you really want to open? Like, is there anybody you really want to
I
open
think
for?
like one of the main goals is like probably get to the Warped Tour level.
Yeah.
You know,
Very
that's-
nice. Okay.
I could die happy if I opened for Blink-182, but I would say that back in the day, Blink-182.
Not
current
Look,
Blink-182. Yeah.
I would still take it.
Yeah.
If it was on the
would you
table,
really
so
turn
I'd
it down,
be-
Jay?
I'd still
honestly,
take it.
like,
I'm not saying I would turn it down. I'm just saying I would have literally been able to like die the next day and be like I'm content with life. If it was like 2003 era.
But yeah, like the plan is by around this time next year, full length out, and then with that, I like to see us travel more. Like honestly, like Japan, the UK.
Yeah, those two markets have been asking for us to come there for a while, so it's just a matter of money and timing.
Yeah.
How are you managing school and?
Yeah.
It was interesting story. I went to school for 3 years in New York, and I go to Hofstra for film studies and production.
Okay.
And literally every weekend for 3 years, I was coming back to play shows. And it got to a point in my junior year where we had the option to tour full time. So I left to tour full time, and I was able to take almost 2 years off. And kind of the mindset that I had when I left was that we all kind of had was do this now while we can, and we will have so many stories to be able to tell our grandchildren. And I almost kind of feel like that's still the mentality we have.
Yeah.
Just keep putting stuff on this list that we're going to be able to tell people that we did, that we accomplished.
Because even if it just failed miserably and I came home broke, I can't even be upset. At least I tried.
I mean, I have a funny story at the end of the day. Like Mexico is a funny story.
Our first out of country show was Mexico.
Mexico's a hot mess.
Yeah.
Huge supporter of the peso, though. You can't break down a peso.
McChickens are called McPollos.
Stay away from the peso.
That was
The peso
cool.
is my business.
Oh my god.
McPollos, that was pretty cool. And it's like we were just right over the border, but like even though it was just there, like no, your balls leave Mexico. I'm talking like chickens and dirt roads and like beat up cars and stuff. Like it was real. Yeah.
Patrol cars are sitting on like mountains with like machine guns, like ready to try and shoot people.
I woke up in a
Claire,
van to like
13 minutes.
to like 16 dogs like barking, fighting in the middle of this dirt road. Like it was serious. It was awesome. Our friends from the West Coast that we tour with, final last words. They're from Stockton, California, kind of by San Francisco.
Okay.
They went to school in Chico, and their bass player is from Mexico and went to school there and met them. So they play there frequently, and it's like nothing to them. And we were just so on edge of like my brother's passport expired and like all of our equipment and stuff.
Yeah, we like went out of the way to have our passports like overnighted, and I had to get mine really quick, so I had to pay like an advance fee to get it just put through. And I could have just like skipped over the
It was
border.
really last minute,
We,
like us playing the show.
They don't check any, like me and Neil drove in with our friend from the band who lives there, and we drove in a car and we just drove in. Like they don't stop you or anything.
Yeah, and then when we pulled up with the trailer, they opened it up, and our friend Javi, he was like talking to them. I didn't know what was going on, and they just opened the trailer, and they were just like, "Yeah, no, screw that. I don't want to look through all this."
It's close enough.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah, it was crazy.
When we walked back, the guy made a joke. I like slide my passport through the thing, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I saw your band on YouTube." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "No." And then we just bounced, and then I put my backpack through the conveyor, like the X-ray machine, like the conveyor belt, John. And then,
Joel,
you know,
I've
it
heard
goes
that
through.
word in like 40 years.
Yeah,
No, you're fine. Go ahead, be gone.
So I throw it on the conveyor belt and it's walking through, and like I'm hungry. I look like trash. This woman like puts on like a plastic glove. She's like, "Oh, do you have any food in your backpack?" I'm like, "No, but there's some aspirin in there." Cause I'm in Mexico. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like there's some aspirin in there in case. You know? She's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Go, welcome back to the States." I'm like, what? You're not even gonna check? What about that? Could have razor blades in here. You know what I mean? It's the whole thing. Mexico's crazy. Go to Mexico.
Come on.
I'm telling you.
You know what? I'm all about this right now.
Well, you could have had your Geiger counter in there.
You know, my Rick Stick Geiger counter, baby. What you know about that?
I can't do this. Okay, well.
You heard it here first. Go to Mexico.
On that note, do you guys have any final
Yes!
thoughts for
Yes! Yes! God, I thought I lost my keys.
Pete?
Yes! And my drum keys on it! God damn it!
Yo, thanks for the water, man. Pete's been looking for his keys.
Oh my God!
He has a very frequent habit of losing his keys. So much so that all of us at one point had a spare copy of his car.
Really?
And he lost all of those spares.
Oh my God. Okay, let's try this again. Do you guys have any final thoughts for your fans still see this? New fans, old fans, people never heard you before.
Thank you
We'd
for
love to hear
giving a
what's
shit,
up.
and thank you for listening, and please come up to us and talk to us, because like I said earlier, like, I want to go out of my way to talk to anybody who wants to talk about anything, at all. Actually, Neil will talk about anything at all. I'm sure you've learned that.
Come on down to Al Dente Italiano, located on Nixon Drive in Morristown, New Jersey, across from the mall. I'm a waiter there. I work almost 40 hours a week. I'd love to sling some pasta to you.
Or the merch table.
Or the merch table. I hang out there too. I lick a lot of kids, if you know what I'm saying.
What? What is it? Why would you say that? What does that mean?
I mean, people might be intrigued. You don't know. You don't know. What do you got? You got anything?
I can't.
You got anything?
Right.
Yeah, actually, if you'd like to debate me as to which is the best of the original 151 Pokemon, you approach me at a show.
Yeah,
We'll have
and
this
Disney. You want to talk about Disney? Dude.
If you want to talk about food or
Korean revenge movies, that's me. Pete loves Old Boy.
How have I never met any of
I
you
love
but Jen
fries.
before? Like,
This is my
really,
new
we're
favorite
best- or we
band.
best-
I just worked it out.
Do you like guacamole?
Do you like,
I make the best guacamole.
Do you like chicken cat?
Have you ever used Microsoft
You asked.
Albatross?
I don't know what it is. No.
Tom Hanks.
Saying Italian word. Okay, I think
Do you
we're
like
good.
tomato soup?
Yeah, I love tomato
I know this great place. I know a great place.
Okay. Well, that's It's been my interview with Captain
You
Corn.
want some action?
Thank you.
You ever watch Criminal Environment?
You ever watch Frasier?
Disney.
Buy me a
Frasier is one of my favorite TV shows.
Shane just said buy me a
Buy me a
Yeah, but you always have more.
He's going for a while.
You're covered in sports.
You're covered in sports.
I'm gonna go now lose my keys now.
I'm gonna go get drunk.